Hello, fellow YouTubers. If you are watching this channel today, you're watching Rare Hunting with Kenneth. I just want you to take a little stroll with me out in the garden today. And we're just going to probe around a little bit. Pardon me. We're just going to take a look in the outfit at what some of this stuff is doing on today. Ooh wee, look at yonder. Them there'd be some greens. I believe purple tops. Turnip greens is what those are. Oh yeah. Just taking a little stroll out through here. And here's another row. Get a little closer. You can see they sprouting. Just look at yonder, will you? Ooh wee, look at them there vegetables. Yeah. Then of course we have our red cabbage right here. If I can just get that to focus, maybe not. But anyway, that's red cabbage. Yeah. Of course, those are onions. I don't know if it's showing up or not there. There's one you can see. Those are the onions. No, they're not your average small garden onion. It would turn out to be those big buds, okay? And of course over here we have some potatoes that bushing out real nice. Yeah. In this pot here, on this side of the pot, I put those little round white potatoes that you would normally put in your stew and your soup, stuff like that, you know, your beef stew. And of course these are your red iced potatoes. Over here in this little plot, I haven't done anything yet, haven't put anything in it, but I started tippling in it just to break it up so some of that moisture can evaporate out of the ground. It's supposed to storm pretty good tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry with it right now. Probably sometime after the storm is over, 3 or 4 days later, I do something else in it again, okay? Moving right along. Moving right along. Do-do-do-do. Right here, of course, we have our black-eyed peas. And I was experimenting with this covering just to see how well it would keep the grass out of the peas, out of this row of peas anyway. And I had actually started these in the house, okay? I see a piece of grass growing under there right now. See if we can't get it. Alright. But of course it's just an experiment. When I set them all out, they was nice and vibrant. And then that nice little cold snap come through, of course. And took some of them out and I replanted in those empty spots that you see. Okay, of course with peas, it's really not a big deal, no way, because peas and beans, they grow or they germinate relatively fast. Uh, so it wasn't no big deal. I ain't crying or nothing like that. I'm not crying or nothing like that. And of course, this row, uh, you don't see anything excavating from the ground yet, but it is, uh, I don't know, something may be rising to the occasion right there, even as we speak. But these are your white beans. I love me some white beans. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, we do have some breakage in the ground here. Look like it may be some there, but we ain't tripping. If it don't make, you know what? I just till it right up and do a retake. These are the cabbages. Yummy. There we are. Those are the cabbage. And we have a row of these. Get that grass out of there. They tend to be doing fairly well, look like to me. I come out here every day and I play in this garden, whether it's anything to tamper with or not. I come out here and there's a little baby one. I play in this garden. You know, doing that mean type of stuff. Uh, in fact, while we're on that subject, let's just kind of touch on some things as we walk along and we just kind of look momentarily, if that's all right with you. And men ought to just naturally be doing some mean stuff in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Uh, my word to our men folk, and these are our crook neck squash. Okay, I'm praying that these would give a good yield this year. Last year we had a nice yield on some squash, uh, the butternut squash. Uh, it was all right. I mean, as far as yield, it did a nice killing. As far as the yield on it, but I guess you just have to have an acquired taste for the butternut. Okay, before that yellow uh, crookneck squash, man, I don't care what your taste buds are like. Uh, that squash is worth growing. It's worth having. Okay, and I think that may be a nudge trying to pop up right there beside it. But anyway, what we're saying is that that's two in that one. Men folk ought to just naturally be men folk, setting that good example. Uh, the way things are going right now, you can stop and take a look. This is a row of corn. Had nothing started springing out of it yet, but uh, I guess it's been 3 days, 4 days, so you ain't gonna look to find too much of nothing in it right now. But men folk ought to be setting an example and doing some things. You hear? We just living in a time where being ready is necessary. If y'all don't understand what I'm saying, being ready is necessary. And people are not having that urgency about themselves concerning these days and these times to have that urgency about themselves. In fact, people, period, just naturally won't do nothing or prepare for anything until they see that time have come upon them. If you're not ready right now, a lot of us just not gonna make it. That's the bottom line. We're not gonna make it. We are dependent upon somebody else to have valuable stuff that we need in place, while they have squandered off their funds, their opportunity to get ready. They're looking for somebody else to have it already made for them. Oh, I know who house to run to. I know who house to go to if things happen like that. What's wrong with your own house? Huh? That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with your own house? If you haven't done anything for your house, why you want to run off to somebody else's house where you have not put nothing in, where you have not helped accumulate anything, where you have not helped them prepare for you or with you? Why run out to them people's house? Huh? I mean, we live in a time where people just don't want to do for themselves. They take their little money and you don't see them. They go the other direction. They don't know you. When you in trouble, you think they stopped by your house? You think they called and say, hey, you need something? Can I help you with anything? Huh? I'm just saying. But when the shoe is on the other foot, of course, I don't have much as it is. I do what I can for those that I believe are trying. But for those that ain't trying to do anything, I ain't got nothing for you. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. People are your friend until the end. And you know what? The end come mighty quick when people get their stuff. People get their stuff. They go the other direction. They don't know you. I think this is the only tomato I got growing so far. Of course, I haven't just really planted any tomatoes out here, but that one yesterday, since I seen it coming up, and I just wanted to put it in the ground and see what it's gonna go on and do. I got a couple of more of the plants, and I'm gonna finish this row out with tomatoes. Very short row. I'm gonna finish it out with tomatoes. But anyway, people don't wanna associate with you as long as they feel like they are ahead. You understand what I'm saying? You can offer them opportunity. Hey, bring seeds, and I'll plant the seed, and we'll partake of the garden. Okay, come and help me in the garden, and we can partake of the garden. But people will not even do that until something happens, and then they go to running. They go to running, go to looking, hair all scat back, You understand what I'm saying? Forehead just a shining, sweating, and eyes just a red and bleeding with tears. You understand what I'm saying? People do not care anything about you until something go wrong. And then they looking at you like you mama, like you daddy. Excuse my expression, but hell, I done raised my three. You understand? I done raised my three. I take what little resources I have and I do the best I can. Hmm? It ain't very much I can do with it, but I do the best that I can. And you know this storm that's supposed to be coming through shortly, that they claiming is going to do so much damage, people ain't even near ready. I mean, even if we don't get tornadoes, but if we have those hurricane-like winds, it's going to tear up some stuff. It's going to knock some power out. Now, how many people have candles? How many people have sufficient flashlights with extra batteries? Huh? How many people have uh, uh, those kerosene lanterns? They don't prepare for nothing. Last year I had with the help of the Lord above, I had an excellent garden. Did real good. Uh, some things I attempted failed, which is all right. You know, I'm not the best crop grower, but I guarantee you I can bear enough crop that'll feed me. Okay? That'll feed me and my household. Okay? But how many people do you know that are trying to do something? How many people? If you walk into your kitchen right now, do you have more than uh, do you have more than one box of hamburger helper? You understand what I'm saying? More than one box of hamburger helper and a half a loaf of light bread. Y'all just come on and walk with me. We're gonna take a peek at the blackberry bush over here. Ooh, full of blooms. Yeah. I bet you last year, as far as blackberries from out of my yard and a few other places, I had better than 15 gallon bags of blackberries. Yeah. And probably could have had more than that if I would have caught it at the beginning of the season. I was so busy, and I was so busy multitasking until I actually just almost missed the season. But this year, if the Lord stay the same, I'm not gonna miss nothing about these blackberries. It's on and popping, baby. Ooh, blackberry pie, here we come. You hear me? Yeah, here we come. But yeah, I mean, most people are not ready for anything. Look at the bees, they just pollinating. But most people are not ready for anything. And when they're not ready for anything, you know what they'll do? They'll knock on your door. Yeah, they'll knock on your door. We's hungry. Hell, I ain't. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't. You know why? Because I have made ready the best I can. Okay? And that's what I'm telling The audience today is make ready the best you can. Do something. Get up off of your behind and do something. If you're working, do something. Move something. But yeah. If you think I'm not going to stick my hand off in there when blackberries get to producing, hello somebody. Hello somebody. But yeah, that is my little adventure out here in my garden. I got some sweet peas growing on the other end of the yard. If I can just let you take a peek. My grapevine, the frost almost got it. Killed most of the leaves on it. But that's alright, it's not dead, it's coming back. But let's just stroll across. Like I'm gonna have to pull these pretty soon. Yeah. Those are the sweet peas. Coming along pretty good, I think. Okay. But yeah, my word to people is do something. Don't sit around and wait on somebody else to prepare, and then you come running with your mouth all fixed to sit around their table. Get yourself ready. Times are not going to get any easier. A lot of people still depend upon the supermarkets to have what they need. Keep on waiting. Keep on sitting and waiting. Think you're going to go to running when everything else is gone. Show and tell. That's what it's going to look like. Y'all have a good day. Until we out here beating around again. Talk to you later.